Hello, my name is Sean Booth. I've decided to produce The Piano Lesson by August Wilson. So the story takes place in 1936 in Pittsburgh in the house of a man named Dowager Charles. The story revolves around a piano that's in the house, which was decorated to celebrate slavery in America. Now, the play focuses around this black family who debates and discusses what they want to do with this piano. One person wants to sell it, the brother wants to sell it, and buy some land where his relatives worked as slaves. Whereas the sister wants to keep the piano, which had their relatives carved onto it during the time of slavery. So the influences of my production are three people, events, and ideas. August Wilson himself, the creator of the source material, the blues, which is the art of African American music in the earliest 20th century and before that, and black history in America. The playwright, August Wilson, wished to create a new branch of theater specifically for African Americans to come and enjoy the human condition. Since the play takes place in 1936, that's during the time of the Great Depression, it's understandable that this black family has need of money and requires help that selling this piano might grant them. Now, it's a common trend in August Wilson's productions that the notion that every choice you make has sacrifices and you have to think hard on them, otherwise they might come back and bite you. So in my production, I'll use these ideas to create something that anyone can understand, rich or poor. The Great Depression hit everyone, and it really hit this family hard, and I plan to show it through set design and how beautiful and haunting this piano looks and plays. I want this production to come out now because I think people will understand financial situations, especially due to Corona, with some people in real financial hardships. And the decision to forget the past by selling the piano should be an interesting topic of discussion. So the first dramatic element I wanted to discuss is the set design. My vision involves the setup of a proscenium stage. The reasoning behind this is I want all the audience members to see the exact same thing at the exact same time. This allows equal viewing no matter where the audience is located. For the set itself, I need a beautifully haunting carved piano in a living room that is clearly home to a struggling family and clearly gives off a early 20th century vibe. Now, my vision involves, for the second dramatic element, that there's great sound design. The piano, I don't want it to be tuned perfectly, but rather just a bit off, but in a way that gives it its own original and unique sound. I'd like the audience to hear it and consider how much of a lesson and importance it is to African American culture and history. And then the audience can make their own determinations, which I think will be largely influenced by how this piano looks, how it sounds, and how the actors play off it. As a theater producer now, I can't wait for an audience to see my production of August Wilson's The Piano Lesson. The information I got out of this class is something that allows me to see the beauty behind live productions more than ever now. It takes a lot of people to come together and make these productions, from designing, writing, and acting itself. It's a beautiful thing when these people can come together and make a great production, and I hope people will see my production that way. I'll never forget the information I received from this class, and I'll reflect on theater productions in a different way now. I always think critically about a production when I see it, and I always think about how difficult it must have been to make it. I thank you guys.